and hear their insightful stories, successes and failures, and predictions for the future for one of the fastest growing locations in the country. Visit thewashitapodcast.com/hostinghochatown or listen on your favorite podcast platform.
Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Welcome to the show.
Wake up! All right, happy National Video Game Day, everybody. Come on, man. What was your favorite video game there, Doc Bryce?
The one that finished me off that I never played video games again after,
Right?
was Doom.
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 That was like on Nintendo.
No. That first came out on PC. It was the first point of view video game. See, it was like
you were such a deprived child, man.
No, it's what they did. See, they pawned it off like they do drugs. See, you get the game for free. Everybody gets one free, and then you play the game, right? And you level up, and then you run out of levels. So now you want to keep playing because you hooked. You want to continue on with the game. So now you got to buy the packs, $35 a pack.
Yeah, see, that's why we just went for the gusto and had our PlayStations.
Yeah, man, I wasn't going to be locked in on some kind of
Are you kidding me? We
console.
were into the driving games.
I got all that on PC.
Yeah, but we built our own race car in the middle of the living room.
Yeah,
complete with gas pedal and steering wheel.
Well, we built our own PCs on the kitchen table.
Yeah, I promise you, mine was more fun.
And we made them more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And then we terrorized the neighbors with them.
We had it in stereo, and the music was cranked up, and yeah.
See, I was the only kid in my neighborhood who had MTV before they ever did anything in stereo.
Right.
I had it on my stereo, in stereo.
There you go.
Before there was even stereo TV.
See, this is how we know we're going to be radio people someday.
Well, the deal with my mom is I was not allowed to watch MTV while getting ready for school because, it's a distraction and I'm going to watch the videos and stuff. I'm not going to, continue getting ready for school, right?
Right.
So, as, Doc Bryce says, there's a problem. I have a solution. The problem is I'm not allowed to watch TV or MTV because it's a distraction. Not allowed to watch. But she never said anything about I'm not allowed to listen to MTV while I get ready for school.
There you go.
So I figured out a way to pipe it through the stereo system. So my mom comes into my room because she's like, I told you can't. And then I was like, but the TV's not on. It's coming through the stereo. You didn't say I couldn't listen.
Right.
And you never said anything about radio. You said I can't have the TV on. This is on radio.
Yeah. Man, I can do a lot of things while the radio's on.
That's right.
You should know what I do to the music on Friday night. Huh?
And then, see, now you see how that plays into the whole engineering thing.
There you go.
So radio personality, engineering, yeah. I had
We rewired it.
You need more power.
All righty, boys and girls. It is time for the Roundtable. Brought to you in part each and every weekday morning by our buddies at Flaming Pig Barbecue who have a wondrous fundraiser coming up this Sunday for the Holly Springs Volunteer Fire Department. It'll be going on from 11 to 2. You can contact Bonnie for more information at 870-818-2602. If you're interested in the quilt raffle, call Peggy 870-687-1138. And if you want to participate in the poker run, call Clark 870-313-1537. These events sponsored by the Lynn Ramsey Community Center Veterans Memorial. Wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Flaming Pig, man. They're always there when you need them. Clifton sent me a thing just a few minutes ago. Where to go? There it is. Let's see if we can pull this up. Well, maybe. Mm-hmm. It was playing just fine until I pulled it up. So
isn't that typical?
There you go. That's about the way it goes. And if I don't turn that off, it'll start playing when I don't want it to.
Whoop.
So, yeah, we can't have that. All right. We are also brought to you by SAU Tech. They've got multiple job openings so that you can have a career in higher education. And you can now apply online at sautech.edu. Go Rockets. St. John's Place, 1400 Highway 79, 167 Bypass in Fordyce and Washington Nursing and Rehab, 1411 Country Club Road right here in Camden. I was yelled at again because I do that too fast. And I was like, really? I wasn't trying to do it too fast. It's just the way I am. And everybody said, all right, well, just slow down. So there you go. We are going slower.
So what's that number?
8364111. 352-2104. 11.
30.
You know, maybe if I just kick on the echo, everybody will just deal with it, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4.
4. Oh, say.
Now up to pitch. Center field.
We're brought to you by First Choice Family Care for a limited time. 476 Hospital Drive in Camden. Dial 870-800-9002. That's Dr. Jarrett and staff. Get you a new patient packet at myfirstchoicecare.com. We're brought to you by OCMC's Chemical Dependency Unit. Addiction's a tough thing to get past. Call the experts, man. Get the help you need. Dial 870-836-1289 or 1-800-232-1289. All calls are confidential. Mitch Lowe's Body Shop. If you find yourself in the ditch, just call Maria at Mitch Lowe's Body Shop. 837-2560. We're brought to you by Stories Floor and Carpet. Dependable service before and after the sale. Call them up. 870-862-9446. Stop by the showroom at 2004 Lorraine in El Dorado. And finally, by Everybody's Antiques down in El Dorado. That's where you're going to find an exceptionally wide variety of antiques, gifts, and collectibles. They have knickknacks, sports memorabilia, new tires, trailers, storage buildings, and they buy, they sell, and have multiple dealers in the house. 120 booths, 31,000 square feet to explore, and you don't have to swim because, by golly, they got it all dialed in. I was over there yesterday. And I walked the entire store. You know, typically after, you have a bunch of water come into a building like that, you end up with that smell, right?
Yeah, you got that moldy smell.
That musty, moldy smell. Yeah, not at Everybody's Antiques. I was most impressed. They have everything spit shined and polished and clean. And
so you're saying they spit on all the antiques?
Absolutely.
Wow. There, that's a clean one. Sell it.
No, that's fine. We'll sell that one tomorrow. All right, so, get on by there and check them out, man. They have got a bunch of neat stuff. Anything that got wet, it's my understanding they took out and replaced it with more stuff because their stuff has stuff.
And their stuff makes stuff.
Absolutely. All right, we have Keri Weatherford in the studio this morning. Morning, Keri.
Good morning.
So, Keri, how are you?
I'm doing just wonderful.
Great. Well, you look wonderful.
She
you
sounds
look chipper.
awesome on the microphone,
Doesn't
too.
she?
Yeah.
She just got it dialed in.
She sounds like she's having a great day.
I'm worried about my job now.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, see? Woman's after my doggone job.
Yeah, that'd be funny to see.
Never.
Watch y'all two switch jobs for a day.
Oh, it'd be bad. It'd be real bad.
Oh, yeah, because, I would be, pouring diesel all across the countryside.
And there wouldn't be a radio on.
I'm telling you, this would be like social media classic stuff, man.
All right, you guys hang out. We'll be back with more from Keri Weatherford and Duck Bryce. Not so bad.
Not so bad.
Not so bad. All right, Lord JJ checking in.
It's time to check the Radio Works South Arkansas Community Bulletin Board.
Calling all board members of the Pleasant Hill Cemetery Association. There will be a board meeting at the Pleasant Ridge Assembly of God Church located at 2880 Fairview Road in Camden on July 21st at 5:30 p.m. This is a board meeting but is open to the public. New members are needed. Please attend. For more information, call 870-904-9512.
Local sports update.
Hello, sports fans, with a look at local games and scores. I'm Kelly Blair. After seeing the Benton Harmony Grove team completely dominate the competition on the first day of the 2022 Dixie Pre-Major State Tournament on Wednesday, Arkansas Pulpwood's 17 and under team came back with a vengeance on Thursday, winning 2 games in dominant fashion to force an if necessary game for today for the state championship. After being defeated by the Harmony Grove Naturals 15-9 late Wednesday night, the Pulpwood 17s rebounded to beat their younger counterparts, the Pulpwood 16s, by the score of 22-9 in 6 innings in Thursday's elimination game. The Pulpwood 17s scored 7 in the second and 7 in the third to take a commanding 14-0 lead before the 16s rallied with 4 runs in the bottom of the third. The Camden 16s were able to extend the game an extra inning with 3 runs in the fifth, but the Pulpwood 17s then put the game away with 4 runs in the top of the sixth to advance to the championship game. Once there, it was all Pulpwood from the get-go as they scored 8 runs in the top of the second, 1 in the third, 6 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth on their way to a 17-0 victory that was called after 5 innings on a run rule. Now Pulpwood and the Benton Harmony Grove Naturals will meet each other today in a winner-take-all, if necessary, game, which has been moved to 6 p.m. tonight at the Recreational Center of Ouachita County. Radio Works Sports will have the championship game tonight on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 FM with pregame radio coverage starting minutes before 6. For even more updates throughout the day, check out our website at JustRadioWorks.com or follow us on Facebook. That'll wrap it up for now with your sports update. I'm Kelly Blair. I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is sports.
Good Friday morning, everybody. We're expecting it to be sunny and hot again today with temperatures near 99, heat index values as high as 109. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low near 78. For Saturday, 20% chance at showers late. It's going to be sunny and hot with temperatures near 100. Then on Saturday night, slight chance at rain, partly cloudy and 74. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ. Good morning, South Arkansas. It's time for the Ouachita River Report for Friday, July 8th. Starting out with the river in Camden. The current gauge reading is 8.99 feet. Arkadelphia is currently sitting at 7.92 feet. At Thatcher Lock and Dam, the current gauge reading is 77.56 feet. And at Morro Bay State Park, the gauge reading is 72.2 feet. Heat advisories remain in effect from 11 a.m. this morning to 8 p.m. this evening for portions of central, north central, southeast, southwest, and western Arkansas. Maximum heat index values between 105 and 110 will occur today. Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illness to occur. Be sure to drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles under any circumstances. Reliability of this forecast is based on current and forecasted river and weather conditions from the National Weather Service in Little Rock. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and please be safe. And we're back on the Roundtable. Good morning, Keri Weatherford. Doc?
Yes.
Keri's going to be doing a test of sorts.
Oh.
What would you call it, a pesticide test?
Well, it's a demonstration,
A demo.
But yes, in a way that's what it could be.
So you got a bunch of different kinds of pesticide and diesel, and we're going to see which one works best.
No, we're not utilizing diesel.
You know, if you really want results, diesel gets results every time.
I have no doubt.
Well, I'll never get her to endorse my diesel.
Not coming. Not
What
happening.
if I use biodiesel? That's good for the environment,
It's
right?
biodiesel.
No.
What do you mean no? Or it's bio. It's right there in the name. Biodiesel.
Well, there's lots of things that people think are organic that aren't in the same level.
Willy fuel?
No, we're gonna use labeled pesticides.
Oh.
What if they put a label on biodiesel and say this is a pesticide?
If they put a label on it and the state plant board approves it, and
There you go. See,
then
you're adding
we'll
stipulations.
look at all that.
A second
You gotta
ago,
say
all you
approve
said
and
we
everything.
needed was a label. okay?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so,
we're just going to slap a label on that thing and call it good.
you know, I got a crayon. I know how to spell pest.
P-E-T.
Yeah, something along those lines, right?
P-E-T-S.
You know, if we take off our shoes, I bet we can spell it right.
A-S-I-D-E. There you go.
Yes. Set your pets aside. All right, so now that we've had fun at your expense on that one, let's see. So why?
Okay, so what I'll elaborate on what I did, really. Okay, so I found a fence line, a pasture fence line.
Why did you find something a fence line?
Yeah, why are you offended?
A fence line. Well, because it's ugly. It's got weeds all over it. It's got woody stems. It's got all different kinds of weeds over it. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to look at a clear fence line. If it's clear, then it's not inhibiting my fence. It's not tearing up my fence. I'm not having to replace my fence. So there's a lot of good reasons, and it looks good.
You notice it's all about her fence, right?
Or somebody else's fence.
I'm just
you know.
saying,
I mean,
walk away. Just walk away. Don't be offended. Just walk away.
Right. So what I did was when I have a client that has this fence row, and what we've done is we've marked off 20-foot areas, 20-foot lengths of the fence, and sprayed 4 different combinations of herbicides in that location. Each 20-foot row has a different herbicide mixture there, and so we'll be able to see what it kills and what it doesn't kill, and it's a good visual and it's very clear. There's not, I think it'll kill these things. It'll when it's over, it'll be very clear that which one's best for which situations.
Okay. And can we follow your progress?
Yes, I'm going to be putting this on Facebook. I'm going to be putting pictures of how it started. I'm waiting on some signs to come in. So right now, it's just the pictures that I have that I'm going to put on.
Wait. Here's your sign.
There you go. There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. See,
we're going to have a big old sign that says "You of Aid, Vision of Ag." It's going to have my name and phone number on it. And in front of each 20-foot section, it'll say Treatment 1, Treatment 2, Treatment 3, and Treatment 4. And we'll be able to talk about on the radio or whatever. I can say, hey, when I look at this, I'm seeing a lot of these die, but these aren't dying. Or it's looking really, really clear. Or I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing any results whatsoever. So we can kind of touch base on it on a regular basis and see what we see and how long we see the results last.
So we can ask Keri every week, how's your pesticide going?
Right, and one of the things we're kind of interested to see about is, I put this out pretty late. We talk about not putting herbicides out the later in the year when we start hitting a drought situation. It's hard for the plants to take in that pesticide and fully utilize it, and so pesticides are less effective. So I'm curious to see, as dry as it is, how effective these pesticides will be.
Okay. All right. And, this is going to help people kind of determine what's going to work for them, right?
Right. This gives you a visual, and where the location of this is out by the school farm, Camden Fairview School Farm. Do you know where that is?
No, but I'll figure it out.
I have no doubt. No diesel allowed. No diesel allowed.
That's fine. I'll stop by Littlefield and pick up some regular. Yeah. Not a problem. But
it's on the fence line that goes across the school farm. So if anybody knows where that is, you'll be able to see my pink flags out there right now that kind of mark my location of where I sprayed and everything like that.
Okay.
So we'll be putting pictures up. We'll talk about it here. And what I'm going to encourage everybody to do is go out there and see if they have any idea over the next few weeks of which pesticide worked better for them. Treatment 1, 2, 3, or 4. And we'll talk about them as we go through. As we start seeing some results. It'll take probably a week or more to really see any results whatsoever.
Yeah, these pesticides are for just run of the mill.
These are herbicides. First off, pesticides are the fungicide, the herbicide, and the insecticide. So your insects, your plants, and then your fungus. These are the plant, and some of them are restricted. So that's for somebody who's going to have a pesticide license, okay?
They give those to everybody.
Oh, no, sir, they
I can
don't.
print one out online.
I bet you could. Now, whether it be legal or not, it's a whole nother story. Whether it lets you buy it.
The cops, okay?
Yeah, we'll see. You go do that, and let's see what happens. So some of them are, and some of them are very easy to get a hold of and not hard to utilize or anything like that. But, anytime anybody does want to utilize pesticides, we always want to encourage everybody to use your pesticide applicator equipment. So that's going to be your PPE, which is your personal protective equipment. So long pants, rubber boots, long sleeves, eye protection, breathing protection if you need it, depending on what you're breathing. And that's on the label, what the minimum use of clothes to wear.
Most all of them say wear gloves at the very least, and respirators or face masks or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is really unhealthy for you to breathe.
Extremely, especially when you're using a concentrated level of something.
Well, look, I mean, we're trying to kill things here.
Well, like what I was mixing up, I put this out yesterday, and what I was mixing up with 2 liters of water was 20 milliliters of chemical. And it's not very much when you think about it. But that shows how stout that chemical is when you put it with that much water just to spray it.
Now, when we're putting out these pesticides, do we need to be aware of, creeks and
yes, you
stuff like that?
You always want to, anytime you're using pesticide, you don't want to spray on top of water surfaces unless it's labeled to do so. And then you want to utilize any rules that may be there as well. I started to spray the day before, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on the sprayer because it got windy. And I didn't want to kill an off-target spot. So if I had sprayed while it was windy, then that those little bitty moisture particles could float off across the road
like
into
COVID.
Someone's garden. Sure, like COVID. Well,
that's what they said, right, Doc? COVID?
Yes.
It just kind of floats?
It just floats out there. It's like it's
if only it would just float away.
No, it just like drifts like a cloud, and then next thing you know, you're walking through it like a spider web.
Yeah, and that's what Keri's doing with pesticides now.
Well, in a way, you're not wrong, because if you're spraying, if you're walking through the herbicide, that's something to be aware of. Then you're gonna walk. If you're walking behind your sprayer, then you're gonna walk through where you've sprayed if you're not careful, and that gets into your pants. Okay.
See, I'm the guy that the ladies like because I'm so tall and they're so short that I clear out all the spider webs ahead of them.
Okay, we're going to go with that. And,
Well, because the whole misting thing.
I want to go back to the part where Keri was saying something about getting in your pants.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
No?
Well, that's if you spray.
What? No, I've got so many conversations.
Since we're talking about pants, so this is a question people get confused on. So when you're using a herbicide, you have your boots on, you have your long pants on, right? Do you wear your long pants tucked into your boots or out of your boots?
Out.
Why?
Out because I don't want nothing going in my boots.
Got it. You don't want it to drip down. A lot of people think they need to tuck it in
No.
so that their pants aren't getting wet, but
But
that's the opposite.
You can wash your pants.
Right. If you have your pants tucked into your
inside
boots,
of my boots,
it can drip down into your boots. Exactly.
Yeah, the only time you need to be tucking your pants into your boots is when you're out in the cow pasture.
Yeah, well, and that's for a completely separate reason.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Keep
nobody
that mud
want
off those
poop.
pants.
Yeah, mud.
That's what you gonna call it.
Yeah. It's green and grainy, okay?
Something like that for sure.
All right. So, it is that time of the year, and a lot of us have pets.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, we were talking about pesticides. Let's talk about, what we can do around our pets to keep them safe. There are certain products out there that you can't use around your children and your pets.
Well, and that's the same thing with livestock. I mean, so I preach this, and I know y'all love to give me a hard time about it. But the label is the law, okay? So if you're picking up a herbicide, insecticide, a lot of people like to put insecticides in their yard to try to keep the ticks and the fleas and whatnot off their pets. Wonderful thing to do. Just make sure that you read the label. A lot of times, I know a lot of the things that I use at home are things that if it's a spray or if it's something I'm going to water and it's going to be on the ground, then it generally says that it's safe till it's dry. What I use to spray insecticide around my home, around the actual inside and outside of my home, it's safe for pets once it's dry. So when I spray it, I spray it when the dogs are outside. If I'm spraying in the house, I'm spraying out. I spray it when they're inside, and then I have them. They don't go back into that area until it's dried off, and we're good to go. But that's according to what the label says. So when you buy something that you're going to put in your yard, read the label. It has something that talks about animals, It'll tell you that not to allow your animals. It'll say a re-entry time, and it might be that re-entry is 24 hours. And at that point, that's when you don't want your animals in that area within 24 hours of putting it out. So that there's a lot of different variants on that, and that's where the label. I know people are like, oh, it's a label, and I don't want to open it up in the store. Open it up in the store. Open that label up.
Those things are designed to do that.
They are. They re-stick back. You will find me still to this day. I'm going to open up the label in the store, unfold the thing, and I'm going to read it and make sure that it's what I need. Because if it's not, I'm wasting my money. And
you could potentially be hurting or harming at the very least the pets, people, whatever that you're trying to protect.
Right. And anytime you use, especially like the liquids, anytime you use liquids, the wind is an issue. Drift is what we call it, and that's where it picks up your little bitty water particles with chemical in it and carries it off. Well, if that gets on your animals and your animals it's not supposed to be on your animals, it can make them sick. It can give them some itchy, dry skin. It can give them poisons of some sort, and I would definitely put up water bowls. If you've got water or a kiddie pool out for your animals or something like that, you don't want to risk getting any kind of chemical in that as well.
All right. Now, is there any product that you would personally recommend, or, are you allowed to do that?
Well, there's not specific chemicals. What I can do is give a variety of suggestions to someone when they call. But before I would do that, I'd want to know what your goal is and what you're having problems with. Sometimes I have clients call, and it's one of my favorite calls actually is, and believe it or not, I get it quite often, is I'm getting all these frogs on my porch and they will not go away. Okay, well,
diesel.
Turn off your porch light.
It'd be more fun to spray them with diesel, but okay.
Well,
that way as they hop off, you can kind of light them.
Right, sure. You tell me you're going to call PETA on me.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't. I would never call PETA on you.
Of course not. But turning off your porch light, your bugs are no longer flying around the light, and then there's no frogs there to try to eat your insects that are flying around the light. And there's no snakes coming trying to eat your frogs.
I actually have a very good solution to that problem at my house, and I never turn out my porch light.
Okay, what's that?
Well, I've gone to a blue light.
Okay.
And, it cuts down on the flying insects coming in at all times. And it's really cool. The kids love it because their shirts glow in the dark and stuff like that.
I bet they do.
It's not quite a black light. It's blue, but for all intents and purposes, it's a black light. And you can see for miles and miles and miles. It doesn't cause a glare or anything like that, and the insects don't come in. There are several good products on the market that, bug zappers and what have you that you can get. But if you just eliminate the problem of them coming in.
Yeah, that's your goal. It doesn't have to be a hard fix a lot of times.
Right, because, what Keri knows where I live, there's nothing but acreage around me. And, if I was trying to kill every bug within eyesight of my front porch, it would take a minute.
Well, and then when you look at, like, bug zappers and stuff like that, you've got to remember those bug zappers actually have a bug attractant to them. So if somebody's using that, if you're one of those people using those, move it away from your door and have it.
All right, everybody hang on just a second. All right, we're back. Sorry, hey, at least I turned the mics off for that one, okay?
There is, but I could hear it over in my studio.
Right? That's the grandfather voice, okay? My grandchildren are in the studio this morning. Their parents are off on their anniversary honeymoon type thing. So guess who got stuck babysitting this morning?
Has it been a year already?
It has been.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
Man, that was a rough day, too.
It was a rough day.
Because the humidity. Thank God it was a pool party, though.
Well, there is that.
Because other than that, we all would have been dying.
I was dying as it was.
I would have been eyeballing the bug zapper going, oh, just take me now.
All right, let's see.
I'm so lost.
Now that we've talked about different ways to kill and the value of using diesel, All right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to move right along because I really, 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 really want to talk about the upcoming Washita County Fair.
Oh, yeah. So, for sure. That's coming up next month, actually.
Yes,
Yeah, they're starting early
I
this
know.
year.
It's
What
so
the,
early this
what
year.
the hey, man? I mean, quite literally, what the hey? Okay.
Yeah.
That's hay.
Yeah. Hey.
Not to be confused with straw.
Straw.
Yeah.
There is a
Hi.
difference. Good job. I'm proud of you. So the fair is next month. It's like a month away. So we are getting ready for that right now. I spent most of yesterday out looking at livestock, getting ready for fair, getting ready. The kids now you realize that kids in Washita County, some of them just do Washita County, but they're showing these animals at district, 4 states, state. They're showing them at AYE, which is Arkansas Youth Expo. And some of them even take them to national shows as well.
I mean, these kids are actually working really, really hard. I'm not going to be funning on this segment, okay? I mean, these kids are really working their little butts off.
They are working so hard. And, I was talking with an ag teacher yesterday about that. And, it's one of those things that these kids don't get to go on vacations like some other kids get to. Because if they do, then it shows, frankly, in the show ring. You can see in a show ring who's been with their animals all summer and who has not. But they've got to make sure these animals are fed every day. They've got to make sure that if these animals are sick, that they're giving them the medicine they need. They're trying to choose what feed works better for them and try to get them built. It's a lot of work. They're making sure that their pens are clean every single day. That their animals are appropriately taken care of. There's a lot of money, but there's a lot of time and a lot of energy that goes into these animals.
Now, of course, our little old Humboldt County Fair has moved. It'll be right across the street again this year.
Yes.
From the radio station over at the youth activity.
Washita County Recreation Center.
Yes. All right, because I keep wanting to call it the Boys and Girls Club. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
The Boys and Girls Club. Don't ask me why, because it's a really long story that I don't care.
Yeah,
now it's the
pretty
Washita
long.
County Recreational Facility Center, whatever.
Yeah, and that's where it's going to be. Where it's
Across
been the
the
last
street.
few years. Yes, for sure. And we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a warm fair. But the fair board had really good intentions when they put it up this early. This is going to allow, we're going to get a different carnival this year that we've not had in the past to my knowledge. And second off, this is going to allow our 4-H'ers and our FFA kids to show at a 4 states fair that they've missed in the past as a result of having county fair there. To a lot of people that may be listening, county fair is when they go ride the rides. But there is so much behind the scenes. There is not a time that you go to the county fair that there is not a kid doing something with an animal. You may not always see them. They may be getting ready for something. They may be carrying feed across. But there is a child working on something for some animal during that fair at all times.
Absolutely. And now, if somebody out there wants to help out with the kids.
Yes. So if there's somebody out there that wants to help in any way, whether it be that you know about livestock and you want to help that, or you're wanting to support a child financially, if you're wanting to support them with purchasing feed or medication or an animal, whether it's this year or next year, please give me a call. I say I'm the 4-H agent, but I'm also the Washita County agent. So if you're wanting to help someone, whether they're 4-H or FFA, I can get you in contact with the FFA teacher. I can get you in contact with parents and kids. We're always looking for anybody that can help out with any of those things. If you have a specific animal that you want to work with, or a kid that in a certain field that you want, we can get you set up, and we would appreciate it. And then also, there's the premium sale. And
Now, this is the big one.
That's the big one, yes. So the premium sale is where the kids that have won different awards throughout show their animal to you, just like they would in the show ring for judging, but it's an opportunity for you to, quotations, buy their animal.
Yeah,
so
spoiler alert, you don't get to keep the animal.
You don't keep the animal. You're
Boy, I
basically
was
donating
surprised
for the
that
next
one
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost bid $650 on a pig thanks to the sheriff.
Well, you know, I mean, it's Norwood for you.
Yeah, he waved at me. I was like, hey! I waved back. Next thing you know, I just bid $6.50 on a pig.
He nudged me. He said, "Watch this. Doc Bryce is a dummy."
You know, hey y'all. But if you had ended up having to buy it, you know, you'd be donating to these kids' projects.
Yeah, you
for
would
the
be
next
eating,
year.
You wouldn't be eating bacon for the next year. You'd be making payments on it.
Yeah, and wouldn't have it either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it really is a good program, and
It's
any
a great
support,
program, and you know, I mean, you don't have to, you know, bid on the animals. All right.
No, just
there
come,
are
eat, visit,
all
support.
different kinds of ways that you can help. You can even donate straight to the kid.
Yes, you can, and I can help facilitate that communication. One thing to be aware of is if you do donate through the Fair Board, it is tax deductible. They are a 501c3 organization, nonprofit.
That is very important.
That is extremely important, especially when you're donating to the level that some do at these events.
And, you know, the kids need all the support that we can give them. These are the children of our future.
These are beyond the children of our future. These are the children that are going to make our future worth being here.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, there are so many people out there that believe that beef just comes from the grocery store. That's where they make it, right?
No, it's in a big roll.
There are kids that believe that.
Yes. I mean, you know, anyway.
So these kids are going to be producing your food in a few years.
For more information on any of the topics that we've discussed this morning, you can always reach Keri.
870-231-1160. Or come by the office. I'm in the same building as the Ouachita County Recreation Center. I've been calling them the Boys and Girls Club on here the whole time. But come in the same office and come see me. Give me a call. Email me. It doesn't matter. And we'll get you taken care of.
Absolutely. Thank you, Keri.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Doc, you got anything else? Because you're not so bad.
I'm not so bad.
You're not so bad.
No, I'm looking forward to the county fair and definitely going to sit on my hands again this year like I did the years before, so that way nobody tempts me to wave hi to them.
Oh, I am so making that a personal goal this year. Yeah, I'll distract him long enough, and then, Keri, you just wave at him.
Deal.
Hi, Doc Bryce. There's a bid, $6.50 on another pig.
All right, everybody shut up!
Thank God somebody outbid me on that pig, too. Ooh.
Doc was sweating bullets for about 35 seconds. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We also want to, give out a hearty rest in peace to Mr. James Caan.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yes, I did.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll be talking more about that here in just a little bit on the morning shift. The last hour coming your way. Yes. I love it. Bada bing. Bada bing. All right, guys and gals, it's the Roundtable, brought to you each and every weekday morning by our buddies out at the Flaming Pig Barbecue. Be sure to make your plans to attend the fundraiser for Holly Springs Volunteer Fire Department this Sunday from 11 to 2. Call Bonnie, 870-818-2602 for more information. Everybody's Antiques. It's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
Everybody's Antiques down in Eldo Radio, where you will find an exceptionally wide variety of antiques, gifts, and collectibles, knickknacks, sports, yeah, all of that. Everybody'sAntiques.com.
It's not so bad.
Thank you. Stories, floor, and carpet.
See, it fits anywhere. It's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
All of our advertising.
Their service before and after the sale, well, it's not so bad. Okay. Remember, Stories can sand and refinish your hardwood floors using their dust containment system.
And it's not so bad.
It's not so bad. 870-862-9446. We're brought to you by SAU Tech.
It's not so bad.
Go Rockets. St. John's Place and Ouachita Nursing and Rehab.
It's not so bad.
OuachitaNursing.com and St. John's Place of Arkansas.com. First Choice Family Care. 476 Hospital Drive in Camden. They're not so bad.
They're not so bad.
870-800-9002. We're brought to you by OCMC's Chemical Dependency Unit. They're not so bad neither.
They're not so bad.
Get the help you need. Huh? Yeah, well, I mean, if there's something the matter with you, you need help, call them up. Chemical Dependency Unit at OCMC is there to serve. 870-836-1289, 1-800-232-1289. All calls are confidential. And by Mitchlow's Body Shop.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, if you get put in a ditch, that's not so bad. Call Maria.
Yeah, they'll buff it right out.
Yeah. All right, guys and gals, we got to get through this top of the hour stuff. What do you got coming up there, for you?
Well, I got the Glenn Becks, and it's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Again, thanks to Keri Weatherford for putting up with us and giving us 411 on the ways you should never use diesel.
You got it.
Yeah.
See, I actually give you one on that one.
You did. I'm so proud.
All right. You guys hang out. We'll be back.
News Talk 92, KBEU Beer Den.
I'm sorry, can you clarify that last sentence for me?
That means the news and talk of South Arkansas on News Talk 92, KBEU.
ABC News, I'm Win. Shinzo Abe, the former prime minister of Japan, is dead after he was gunned down giving a campaign